let's just start over here. Heartopia does use generative AI, and the things that it uses generative AI for is very confusing as to not confusing as in we don't know what it is, but like confusing as in I don't understand why they need to use generative AI. And you might ask, Mirta, why is it a big deal? Well, generative AI is currently stealing everyone's water and, in case of my country, electricity, because our governments, wanting a slice of the pie, tend to allow AI companies in without the agreement of the public, build infrastructure, and provide resources for them at discounted or free prices, while telling the rest of the population that these resources are no longer available for the rest of the population. Therefore, the rest of the population have to struggle with rationed water and electricity prices that are through the roof, if not rationed electricity. The electricity where I am is still not rationed, but we might just get there depending on what the government does. It really pisses people off as well because it steals their jobs, and we have the least amount of jobs for the most amount of people at the moment, which means that majority of people are living off whatever they can. There is a new trend of 60% of parents in England right now supporting their adult children of multiple generations, aka grandparents, parents, then their children, and then their children's children, living under the same roof, because the amount of adults that can still have a job is like minuscule, which means that your whole giant household living in a cramped environment that's not meant to fit that many people are depending on like one or two working adults in order to fund this whole huge extensive family, when that never used to be the case, just because there aren't jobs. So understandably, people are mad. And they're also mad because the AI generative items tend to be fairly sloppy. AKA, they tend to be AI slop. It's not as good as if somebody made it by hand. Now that AI has replaced programmers in places like Microsoft, we're constantly getting updates to Windows 11 that are bricking people's hard drives, that are doing so much damage that Microsoft outright are telling people to like revert their updates. We're getting lower quality books, we're getting lower quality art. There's a lot of promotional advertisements right now that if you pause on any frame, don't make any friggin' sense because it is big companies utilizing AI in order to try and save money. So I hope that that explains to you why people don't like AI. Now that we have established how AI is not good, let's proceed with the whole issue that happened upon release of the game of Heartopia, and concerns that people raised, because it was a whole thing. So, original post. This is a long post with a lot of updates, so we can see this situation evolve, but original post. I made a post previously about how distraught I felt when I found out that puzzle I played was made using Gen AI images. Originally, the plan has been to simply update said post whenever I found anything, but I felt this required its own post. A fellow user went to the investment section of the company's website and found a statement made about their feelings regarding AI. I'll post sources separately in the comments section. A few things of note. This is auto-translated from Firefox. Please take what is written with a grain of salt, as the direct translation might be more tactful or different. The investment statement leans very heavily into pro-AI or AI-first company stance. It's very optimistic in seeing it as a tool to speed up game production. Despite there being generative AI in the game itself, it isn't listed as having generative AI on Steam, which goes against Steam's terms of service. So let's update this post. At the moment, they're now actually listing how they're using AI on Steam. Because if you're using AI to prototype a game, you don't need to disclose that to Steam, but if AI is in your final product, you do need to actually disclose to Steam. What we know so far. We know that there are generative AI puzzles in Heartopia as well as generated ads on TikTok. We also know that when releasing on Steam, these elements within the game have not been removed or disclosed. We know that there aren't currently any statements that have been made by the devs on Discord in English global section. Rather, statements have been made in the game's original release is unclear. We know that talking about AI on Discord is not fruitful. Many suggestion requests have been made to remove or to communicate with the community about AI. Rumors without sources. So far, I've heard various rumors about issues involving the generative AI. One was that it actually was addressed in the Discord. From my understanding, that is not the case. Another rumor is that since the game came out in China about a year and a half before its global release, the audience already made a fuss about the inclusion of AI and that the puzzles were removed at some point during development and that devs have addressed the issue. With that said, I have no evidence or rather this is true or not. If anyone can inform me and give me direct evidence, screenshots, or information of what developers said to the players at the time, either message me or reply to this post. Please read if you're pro AI before posting. I'm an artist and I do take this issue very seriously, but I'm not inherently anti-AI in all spaces. I'm specifically concerned about generative AI, but I understand currently it has applications in the medical field as well. I became concerned when generative AI has not been disclosed as being used and when I began supporting a game without knowing its usage. As a player and potential customer, I think it's important to know that these things are polarizing. I am specifically concerned with its usage in companies, especially in creative fields. And this is the auto-translated post that they found to do with the company that made Heartopia. Last year, TapTap also had another important development, which was a major breakthrough in the off-site promotion of the game. The success is due to our wide application of AI recommendation technology. The core advantage of this AI technology is that it can not only help us accurately locate and update high-quality users outside the station, but also the station. Auto-translate, but also efficiently cooperate with third-party promotion partners, such as anchors, talents, etc. Through our self-developed technology system and quickly iteratively optimize the promotion strategy based on data feedback, this has brought us a strong competitive position in the field of game promotion. With this ability, we successfully promoted many games last year, including the very hot Fishing Master at the beginning of the year. I'm sorry, the idea that Fishing Master is hot is interesting. And the year's self-developed game Hearttown, aka Heartopia. The success of these games is largely due to the precise reach and efficient transformation achieved by our AI-based off-site promotion system, which has led to rapid user growth. This innovative promotion model is also the result of our long-term efforts in the field of TapTap AI technology and algorithms. Under this system, we believe that there is more room for use and more imagination in the future and have prepared relevant product planning. Finally, we are also continuing to focus on the rapid development of AI technology over the past year, which has brought significant changes in the field of game creation. Soon, AI technology will significantly reduce the cost of game development in an incredible way, and more independent creators can create amazing and excellent game works on their own with the help of AI. This is a very important development direction for TapTap. We will actively embrace this change and be fully prepared for it. Let me just translate that statement. We'll have to hire less workers to work for us, and we're gonna just turn out AI slop. But what were the original worries about AI use in game? Well, the original worry was that advertisements for this game were made using AI, and it seems that the website over there confirms that they're using AI technology of sorts to target people with advertisements. But from the website, I would infer that it is like an AI algorithm to providing the advertisements, and not like AI advertisements in itself, from what I understood from the text that I just read. The second worry was that puzzles inside the game were AI generated, And the third worry was the translation inside the game was also AI generated. By this point, we have both a statement on Steam right at the bottom of the page that tells you exact AI usage inside the game, and we actually got a statement on Discord telling you the exact usage of AI in the game. So we know what AI is used for and what is AI and what is not AI. So, with this statement, this announcement serves to provide clear disclosure regarding the use of AI-assisted content generation in Heartopia. AI-generated content disclosure. AI is used in the puzzle gameplay to reinterpret and redraw in-game snapshot images. AI is used in in-game chat to help players understand different languages. Notes: monetization content in Heartopia does not include AI-generated materials. Should any AI-assisted content be used in the game in the future, it will be announced in advance. Marketing materials produced outside the game, including those created in collaboration with third-party suppliers, are not covered by the scope of this disclosure. Thank you for your continued support and feedback as we build Heartopia together. So effectively what this announcement does is confirm everything. Like, we're using AI to reinterpret pictures in-game in order to turn them into puzzles. We're using AI to translate between players. And they're like, we can't cover the scope of advertisements, but I'm gonna take that as yes, AI is also used in advertisements. What I don't understand is why, like, with advertisements, that cuts down somebody's job, probably, as you're now just generating an ad instead of hiring a person to actually make a trailer for your game and releasing that as an ad over multiple platforms. So that is just scummy money-saving tactic by the company. But now, with the whole puzzle thing, you're taking screenshots of the game, which you could already serve as a puzzle, honestly, but then you're using AI to reinterpret the screenshot that you took in the game when you could have used some basic ass bitch filter. Like, I am so sure that using a basic ass bitch filter would have cost you so much less than going through the whole process of regenerating every single image that you used for a puzzle. Applying a filter onto a whole bunch of screenies that you took in-game is easier and less costly than using tokens to run it through generative AI. This makes zero sense as like a company decision, money-wise. And with the whole translation thing, we have more accurate translation apps that can even like translate from what it hears and like output it as like a voice in the language. Maybe the rights to using that technology are expensive or something, but all I'm saying is there's a lot more accurate and rudimentary way of implementing translation from one player to another. Because we do have translation apps. We do have things that do that. If you implement AI to do that, generative AI to do that, are you paying per real-time translation? Like, please tell me that it's like the whole technology is like directly in-game and it's not that you're sending off a token towards an AI company in order to do that for you. Because this is how generative AI works. This is how generative AI companies make money. Are you telling me that in real time, you're sending the translation token off, getting it translated with a language model, and sending it back? because that is a lot less efficient than just having like a basic translation app running inside your game. So from company point of view, I actually don't understand why they're doing this, outside of we have a tech bro at the top that's super infatuated with AI, or we have investors that are super into AI, and we're trying to find uses for it to prove that we're using it. So there you go. This is like the whole situation. I'm still playing the game just fine, but I'm so weirded out that they're wasting a lot of money on using AI in this way. It shouldn't be money efficient for your company. I do not understand why they're doing this, especially considering that a whole bunch of people are very, very, very mad with generative AI. This isn't winning them absolutely anyone. Outside of the only thing that I can think of is like a tech pro investor on some board. Like, that is the only reason why I can think of why you would do this. And even then, are you spending more than he's investing, or is the tech bro investing more than you're spending? Because that is something to take into consideration. So I would really love to hear opinions from you guys, how it impacts your attitude towards the game. But also, I would love to hear any knowledgeable people give me an explanation as to why they might be doing things this way. Because to me, it seems very cost ineffective. And if you're a company, surely you want to be cost effective. You want to do things on the cheap, not incredibly expensively. So, like, I personally don't understand, but that's me. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that you're gonna tune in for my other Heartopia videos because I have a lot of things to talk about. Thank you so much for my Patreon supporters, and toodaloo for now.